What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today we have an animal, or a bird specifically. We have a puffin, so a maritime bird. So I'm on landscape orientation page. Use a pencil, eraser, and hit your pause button if I go too fast. So we're gonna start with his eye, right? So he's got like nearly like a perfectly round eye, right? So just up here, top left hand side. Just leave enough room on this for the beak. So let's go. Just go around nearly a perfect circle, okay? Like so, right? And then the pupil in the center. Dark black, right? Now, so he's got these details around the eyes. So he's got like this small little triangle above. It's kind of round edges to it, like that. And then this comes down like this, and then it goes like straight back, sort of back this way. Kind of trails off that way. And then on the front, so it's feathery, right? Well, it's like a light little line. And then this comes back in underneath here. And then a gray section there, like that. And he could have like an eyelid sort of ridge, light line there, going around. Right, so depending on how much detail you want to add, you can add some like texture on the edge, because this is like feather lines just here, like lines coming around like this, sort of feathers. And then, so the main shape for his head, so just above, right? So we'll go around here. So we'll just curve it around this eye. Quite big now. His eye is quite small in relation to the rest of his head. Right, like this. And the beak then is in front here. So let's say comes around like this. Maybe just some more texture going back that way. And then so this curves around. And he has this like piece of skin or something, that like an orange wrinkly kind of piece of skin flap or something on the corner of his mouth, just there. Must be some sort of sensory organ or something. And then it comes around like this, and more lines on the bottom just here. Kind of looks like an ear actually. And then all these little sort of wrinkles and texture lines on them. Like that. Then the bottom of the beak will keep going around here. And then we'll bring it this way. Like that. And then the top will go down and kind of sit over it. What I mean is like the top of the beak protrudes out a little bit further than the bottom part here. And then this curves up, and then it goes back into this part of the ear, so it goes like back this way. Right, and then we have a piece of pale beak skin or something here. Goes around like that, and then another sort of line there, and he has these black and orange patterns on the beak here, all these sort of bumps and stuff, right? So say like one there, and this is dark grey. Inside there, like maybe the edge of his beak could come across, and then some more sort of single kind of lines going this way. Some of them darker than others now. It kind of gets smaller as we go up to the front. Right, so he has a white pattern on the head as well. Right, so, and it starts coming out from the beak here. Right, and this could be a kind of a furry, maybe like a sketchy line, if you want, or it could be smooth. Yeah, it depends on what sort of style you want to do, but we'll go sketchy just because it should be a little bit textured, I think. And this just comes up to a point at the back of his head, like up to there, and then we start to travel this way again. And it goes around his head here. Like that. And then there's a black section on his chin, right? So another sort of line here. And he's like a puffy sort of cheek line there. They always look kind of worried, don't they? Right, so then the rest of the front of his body just sort of coming this way, and it kind of, their feathers are quite smooth, so a smooth line works here, and then this comes down this way, and then we have a white belly on the front, and this can be line like this, because we can see some feathers now as we go down here. Kind of starting to, you know, this kind of stuff sort of creeping in on the edge. And then some texture lines just going for the folds on his neck. And maybe some starts of some feathery lines here. Just a random kind of starting, nothing major, just some texture just coming down just to show that there are some feathers. Starting here. Right, but depending on how much texture you want to give them, I think I'll leave it there. That's how to draw a puffin. Hope it was helpful. You can thicken up some of your edge lines as well before I stop. You know, you can, on drawings like this, sometimes with animals and more realistic sort of creatures, thickening up the outer edge. Some cartoons do it as well, but I'm just looking for a thick marker here, sorry. Yeah, so like this kind of thing, you just go over your edge. And this adds extra line weight to the outside, which makes your texture lines on the inside just look a bit finer. And stuff like that. Optional step. You won't have to do it. sometimes I do like to do it with the animals though. And sometimes you can use it to add a shadow. You know, thickening up a dark line sometimes makes it look more shadowy. Right, but will I stop? I think I'll stop. But that's pretty much how to draw a puffin, guys. Okay, simple enough. That wasn't too bad. I guess if you had more feathers it'd be harder, but you can add more if you wanted. I'm like surprised it was too easy. Well, too easy for me, sorry. But just quick, you know. Nice, okay. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.